tree. And this tree is a tree that has brought him much happiness in his life. And it brings back these memories of, sitting in its shade, with her, carving their initials into the tree. And this beautiful melody, which is like it's a German folk song type melody. Then the scene changes to the present. And he says, and this night too, I have to go past the tree and I have to keep moving ahead. I can't stop. And so it switches to the minor mode. So this is a real typical Schubert thing, presenting a melody that's in major and then immediately restating it in minor. So it has kind of it's kind of a strophic element to it. But the overall form of this one particular song is ternary. It's going to be an ABA form. But it stays in the minor mode for a moment as he's just relating, present at this time. I have to keep on my journey. I have to leave. And then it switches back to major though, and the tree is calling out, come my friend, come be with me. I will give you peace. I'll give you comfort. And then you have a middle section that portrays this storm. So you hear the whistling of the wind, and he says that strong the wind is, my face. It blows my hat off my head, but I can't stop to even pick up my hat. I have to keep going ahead. But you hear the music rise and fall chromatically as it just depicts this blowing, howling wind. So that's a pictorial element in this. So you've all heard that, if you're in an old house late at night, it's real stormy, and you hear that shh, you hear the wind whistling. You definitely get that effect. And so then it picks up with a return of the opening melody, and then the story then resumes many miles down the road. And she's saying that now, I'm long past that place, but still I hear the tree calling to me. Come, my friend, come be with me. So, I'll just read this text. By the fountain outside the town gate stands a linden tree. And we have linden trees actually that are out on the quad that are in front of the memorial bells, those big trees that are like, in front of the sidewalk. In its shade I dreamt many a sweet dream. In its bark I cut many a loving word. I was drawn to it continually in times of joy and pain. Then it changes to minor, and you have the same melody in the minor note. This night too I had to go past it at dead of night. Dark though it was then, I kept my eyes closed. Then it switches back to major, and now this is the tree, and its branches rustled as though they were calling to me, come to me, my friend, here you will find peace. Then you have this middle section, that's the chromatic section. The cold gusts blew straight into my face. The hat flew off my head, but I did not turn back. And then you have a final section that returns the opening melody. So back at E major. Now I'm many hours distant from that place, and still I hear a rustling. You would have found peace there. And then Schubert repeats those last two lines to make that long enough to kind of balance this return of the opening. And so he then restates the last two lines. Okay. So this is just, you know, a little vignette of this huge hour-and-a-half long epic masterpiece. It's a great evening's listening. If you're up for it, you can listen to 24 songs in a row. Okay, we're gonna stop there.